Hi, good afternoon. I was able to get on again. I did another video just before this one. They're uploading right now. So I have one when I was walking, and then I showed you Millie, and now I'm going to do this one. It's early enough before I need to get to work. So I thought I would read out of my devotional, and it's called What You Leave Behind. How do you want to leave this earth? With 4 cars in the driveway, a wall of college degrees, proving all your accumulated knowledge, a treasury of money and investments the size of Fort Knox. Like most powerful, richest civilians or richest civilizations of ancient Egypt and Rome, all the things you've accumulated will one day be bits of stone and dust. What will outlast you, both in the generations that follow and in the life beyond, is not what you collect, but what you give. What you give of your time, your money, your talents, your knowledge. This can be your lasting heritage. What you give will both empty and fill you. It will challenge and refine you. It will mold you into becoming a human being of true worth and substance. You can start making your plans for departure now. Plan to leave this earth with nothing to show but a legacy that matters. And then at the bottom, sometimes they have scriptures, but this one's like, I don't know, I guess it's a quote. It says, we make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. And it just says anonymous, so I don't know who wrote it. But anyways, that's just a good thought. I always think about the fact that we came to this earth, when we were born, we were naked and hungry. And when we leave, we won't take anything with us. We won't get to take the fancy cars, our pets, the people that we love, any of the possessions that we have. And, I tend to be that kind of person that gives. I have collected a lot of things over these last couple of years. I had given a lot of things away in prior years before that, but it was good for me. You every so often need to do that. And I kind of do like the minimalist idea, but I also do like to collect things. And I like videos, I like movies. So I have some collections, new movies and things, because I like to rewatch them, and I don't have Netflix and stuff. So I'll watch, a Blu-ray or DVD. And I have pictures on the wall that I painted, and that's for another day. The one wall that I want to show you, I'll try to remember to show you those pictures that I painted. But anyways, I have other collections, and maybe I'll show you that as well. So I enjoy to look at things. I love art. I love, nature. I love the sky and the clouds, and the trees, and animals, wild animals, domestic animals. I really do enjoy just seeing, beautiful things. I'm very visual. And so I don't want to just be in a plain room with nothing. I like to have things on the walls. And currently, most of the things on the walls are things that I've done, which is good because I feel like, I'm being creative. I'd like to do some more painting again. It's been a while. I will think about that and maybe do some painting soon. I don't know if it'll be something that I will, teach or show on YouTube. I have no idea. But I just wanted to get on here and, give some thoughts for you about, what is it that matters to you? Again, for me, the most important thing, is Jesus and my relationship with him, and my relationship with my family and my friends, and just being able to love and respect others and show that in a way that really in a way so people really want to know Jesus better. And it's not, taking your Bible and hitting people over the head, or, you know, forcing them into a church or whatever. I think it's just really kindness. I think that if we can have courage and be kind, and that's not my saying. I heard it on a movie. It was one of the newer Cinderella movies, which I really like. But anyways, I think it does take courage to be kind, especially when you're talking to a new person, and even somebody that's not new. But say you're coming up to a stranger or a new coworker, and they don't really look very happy to engage with you. I've already had that happen since I started back at the place I'm working now, where it took many months of me being consistent to be kind, have that courage and talk to them, where they finally kind of let down their guard and they weren't as mean. And I don't want to say they were really mean, but they were very standoffish. They had stone, built a brick, a wall. They've been hurt. They are afraid. They don't want to show their underbelly. They don't want to engage. Maybe they're tired, maybe they're exhausted, maybe they're frustrated, maybe they shouldn't be in customer service. I mean, I've had my years and I've had my moments when, maybe customer service or doing certain jobs might not have been the best for me, but it was what I had. It was what I needed to have a job. And the Lord has always really helped me through difficult circumstances. I've called upon the name, and even if it was only, I really need some help here, and I can't even think of anything else to say, he would really go before me and help. I've come a really long way in my journey, and yet I know that I still have more to learn. I still have more to step forward in, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the new season. I'm excited about so many things. I mean, I think that being on YouTube, I don't know, maybe it's interesting. Maybe, I won't continue to do it. But for now, I have the time and the energy, and I feel like it will be something that I can look back on and maybe laugh about it, or say, wow, that was really good, information that I put out there. Or maybe I think differently later about a certain thing I thought about because I've learned more. In church, the speaker was talking about God's will. And he was talking about wisdom, God's wisdom. And he was saying that, a lot of times you can have supernatural stuff happen, but not always. And it can still be in God's will. He gave examples, and I think I might have mentioned this in another video, but he was talking about, Moses in the burning bush, where God was talking to him in the burning bush to get his attention. And then the donkey in the Bible that talked. And there's many other occasions, when angels spoke and things like that. But, you'll have to get in the Bible. And when God shut the lion's mouth so that Daniel wasn't eaten when he went in the lion's den. So anyways, God will do many things to get our attention, and also to help us to know what his will is. But oftentimes we do have a choice of, if we are serving the Lord and we have a family, or we're going to move here or move there, that he kind of is like, that can be up to you. It doesn't have to be, this place or that place, or, you got to get a definite, and that goes, for people that you would marry in the future. You don't have to have a certain name, and then that's what you have to go with. I mean, maybe some people are really spoken to with that. And I know that I kind of have, everybody's different. The Lord really speaks to me in many ways. But I just thought it was nice and fresh and interesting to hear, a couple of different people talking at church saying, I didn't really know if it was the will of God to move to this place or that place. And then I prayed about it, and then I talked to this person, and then this person said, talk to my dad. He's a pastor, and, see what he thinks. And they were basically saying, are you going to serve the Lord? Do you love the Lord? Is this something that you would do in either place? And they're like, yeah. And then he basically was like, well, then pick the place that you really feel like you want to raise your family there. And so he knew right away he wanted to go to this place instead of the other place. And so, and he also talked about, you can be in the will of God and everything can fall apart. It won't necessarily go perfect, And I don't know that that's really piggybacking off of the devotional that I read. But I'm just sharing some other thoughts because, I do rabbit trail and I just kind of go with it. But anyways, I just thought I would get on again before work. And I really hope you're having a good Monday. I, was able to have some lunch, and I made some salmon patties and had some broccoli. I did eat a cupcake. I'm not allowing myself to have a treat, but I'm just really kind of, trying to be careful and not eat 4 at once. One a day seems to be enough if I want it. I don't know if I have it every day, but I can if I want, and I think that helps me maybe not try to eat too many at a time, because I like sweets. But anyways, I do hope you're having a good day, and I think after my shower, And then going back and looking at the cage, it looks so nice. She's really tired. I think that's why she kind of made noises when I filmed her earlier. And she moved her kind of where her little hole is where she sleeps. She's got it right by the water, and she usually has it on the far side. But I mean, it's fine. It's her cage, whatever she wants to do. But the door opens, and I think it can wake her up. And I think maybe she's a bit grumpy, and I know it can be a little bit stressful when the cage gets redone. And since I don't do it that often, because I want her to be in her environment and you know, have all her smells and stuff, I leave it longer, and it seems to be working. And I don't know. I mean, I just didn't really hand tame her. I just didn't know that that would be something that would work with the cats and everything. And so she is just kind of in that bin. And sometimes I feel sad about it. I feel like maybe, you know, she would be happier somewhere else or with another family that maybe knew hamsters better, or, you know, wanted to hand tame her and maybe even make a bigger house for her. Because what I saw on YouTube was these people had gigantic cages, you know, so that they could travel around and have all kinds of nooks and crannies and lots of enrichment in their places. And I really wanted to do more, but that's what I could do. And I never want to see like a person or an animal or a child unhappy. And yet sometimes we do feel unhappy. Sometimes we don't want to be where we're at. Like I said, Millie will kind of like run around her cage, and she'll kind of paw at the plastic, as a plastic bin. And I always think, you know, is she unhappy? And sometimes we can get unhappy when we're in our spaces and we want to do something else, or we want to move out, or we want a different job, or, you know, we want to have a relationship and start a new relationship, or whatever it is, or have some new friends. And it can be hard waiting. And sometimes because we don't want to wait for the right things to come in our life, we might choose the wrong things. We might hang out with friends that maybe aren't the best for us. You know, maybe they're decent enough and you really like them, but maybe some of the things that they're doing are things you would never really do normally. I mean, inventory. I will say this again and again when I do my videos, is you need to check your own inventory. What are you putting in your eyes, your eye gates, your ear gates? And what's coming out of your mouth, and where's your heart? How's your heart doing? How are you feeling about things? Are you feeling anxious about things? Are you wondering, you know, why am I acting this way, or why am I feeling this way? Then who are you hanging out with? Who do you spend time with? What are the things you do when you're spending time? You know, are you watching a lot of Netflix? Are you scrolling on your phone a lot? Are you listening to all kinds of music that says all kinds of things? I don't agree that, you know, music's just music and the words don't mean anything. The words do mean things. That's why people make music and sing it. Some of it is to sell. And I used to listen to a lot of, you know, secular music, and I still like many bands that are not Christian. I tend to not listen to them that much. For me, it brings back a lot of memories from different things, and it also brings a lot of triggers. But I just say this because you have to really be careful what you're listening to, what you're watching, whether it's on YouTube or it's on Netflix, or movies you're picking, or movies you're going to, or shows you're going to, or things that you're doing that you don't even normally do, but you don't want to be alone. So you're hanging out with friends and it's okay, but you wouldn't normally do that. You might not even normally take a drink, or, you know, I don't drink. I have drank before. But maybe you're starting to do all these different things that you never used to do because, oh, well, I'm lonely and it's no big deal. I'll do this, I'll do that. And then when the day's done, you're wondering, who am I anymore? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? And yeah, I guess I really rabbit trailed now because I was talking about something else and then something else and then something else. But you know, I would say that many of us have many thoughts, in any given moment. And when you have things on your mind and you are thinking about stuff, you could be on one thing and then on the next thing and on the next thing. And I think that definitely is a trait of ADD, where I do have, you know, a lot of thoughts. And there's just as many times where I'm relaxed and I don't have a lot to say. I don't know that anybody else that knows me would agree, but yeah, I just wanted to get on here and share some more. and hope that you're having a good day. And I'll be back tomorrow. I don't think I'll be filming anymore tonight. But tomorrow I will probably film some more. And if it's warm enough, maybe I'll do another walk. I don't know if you guys like it when I go out and do the walk. It's just the same area. So all you're going to see is pretty much the same scenery. Without having a vehicle, I can't go somewhere else and then walk and show you. I'd love to do that. I would love to in the future, you know, have a vehicle that I could actually drive to some different places when I'm off work. And I'm hoping in the future that that will happen and I will be able to, you know, drive to Denali and some other places and show you some more of Alaska. It's really, really beautiful. It's beautiful in the winter. It's beautiful in the summer. It's beautiful really all the time. And I don't know if I'll be able to get any footage, but the Northern Lights, maybe that's something that I will be able to film and share with you in the future if I'm up at the right time. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 in the morning that it'll show up. And I'm really hoping to be able to at least see it and take some pictures, but maybe I'll get to film some for you as well, which would be really cool. So I don't know what else to say. I'm doing it bad until I do it better. And I just want to encourage you. And just remember that you can start fresh. If you've had a bad day, if you've had a bad moment, you can start fresh. You can say to yourself, wow, I need to start over. You can say to God, wow, I need to ask for your forgiveness. You need to ask a friend or whoever, I'm sorry, I overreacted, or I'm just tired, or whatever. And then begin again. We're not perfect. We're human. You know, our flesh is weak. And we can say the wrong thing and do the wrong thing and be misunderstood. But thankfully, you know, because we have Jesus, he is the one that redeems us. And so I'm just thankful for that. Anyways, I keep forgetting last couple videos. If you like my content, go ahead and like and subscribe and share and, you know, leave a comment. What are some of the struggles you have daily? Are Mondays something that you struggle with? Or thinking about going to work or school, does that cause you anxiety? Do you have a favorite movie? I have a lot of favorite movies. I mentioned in my other videos, I really like the Inside Out movies. And I have so many others that I like and enjoy. But I'll stop here. I hope y'all have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Blessings.